So somebody on my blog asked me, I heard that you don't drink tea, alcohol, coffee, or any stimulants or any sort of alcohol or whatever. And that's true. I haven't for 51 years. I haven't done that. I did have a Robois tea, which is a non-stimulant tea, and I had a ginger tea sometimes. So I'm not against having a drink, but I don't like stimulants or sedatives or I don't like to feed my body with drugs and everything else. And I certainly don't put alcohol in it. So that's true. The why do I do that? Uh, if you have a choice and love doing that, I have nothing against that. It's your business. But I found that my performance, when I drank something that was a stimulant, I noticed that I would get a little bit of high and then I would get a bit of low and then I would need a stimulant. And I noticed it increased my volatility. And I drank 3 cups of coffee my entire life. And I haven't had coffee since I was probably 14, maybe. Um, so I didn't like the taste of it. I thought, what a bitter taste. You'd have to cover it with milk and sugar to make it palatable. I didn't, no desire to drink that bitter stuff. Same thing with alcohol. I drank alcohol as a teenager, but I haven't touched it since I was a teenager because I realized that it wasn't maximizing my performance, and I wanted to maximize my mental faculties and physical faculties, and I didn't find those were the things that actually maximized it. So I don't eat or drink those types of things primarily because they cause volatility and they interfere with my performance in life. So I drink water. I'm sitting here drinking a bottle of water here. I drink water, and that's it. And I have maybe some herbal teas occasionally, but I don't drink caffeine because theophylline, caffeines, and stimulants like that I find are cause a high and then a low and then a high and causes volatility. And anytime you increase your volatilities, you're not stable and you're shortening your life. So I don't do it. Now, I'm not against anybody that wants to do it. If you want to have a glass of tea or coffee or stimulant or alcohol or whatever around it, that's totally your business. But my experience for me is that I perform more effectively and efficiently, and I have more energy. I got more energy than most people I know. And most of the people are needing something to get a high because they're feeling low. They go, I can't function without my coffee. I function on water, and I'm functioning when I wake up. I'm functioning when I go to bed. I'm still functioning. I'm steady all day. And I found that universal solvent water was the most efficient system I could do. So I don't live to eat. I don't need stimulants. I don't need sedatives. I don't need alcohol or whatever. But I love water. And water is a universal solvent. It allows me to maximize and flush out my system. And when you do stimulants, you usually have sugars and things because they're usually bitter. They're theophylline and caffeines are usually bitter. So you now add sugar, and excessive sugar is not to your advantage. So it gums up the brain. And so I'm not interested in glycation. I'm not interested in sweets. I'm not interested in stimulants. I'm not interested in alcohol. None of those things do for me. But I sit and have dinner and lunch with people every day with that, and I don't ever bug them about it. It's their business. But if they ask me, I'll tell them why I do what I do, and no problem. But I don't judge somebody else because they're doing it. It's their business. If they love the way it does and it feels like it helps their life, then fantastic. But for me, my maximum performance occurs when I drink water and when I keep steady. And I'd rather be stable and steady and focused and consistent and energized, and water seems to make it do it. I don't live to eat. I eat to live. I eat to perform. And what it goes into my body, I think, is this really the highest priority thing I can put in? If you're not prioritizing what goes into your body, maybe you're not maximizing its potential. So that's the reason I drink water. It's not something that you have to do. But something I do. It's my choice. It's what I love, and I love good water. I love fresh water. Some people go, I can't stand water. I go, why? It's magnificent. It's the most significant thing we can drink. But that's my business. So you asked me, or whoever asked me on the blog, I'm just saying that that's the reason why. But please know that, be yourself. If you absolutely love those things and you love socializing with some alcohol, having a glass of wine at dinner and having a little stimulant, great. But just ask yourself, am I maximizing my life? And if it is, fantastic. If you're not, be honest with yourself. That's all. And beware of doing it because you think you got to do it, because it's just sometimes a habit. And I'd rather not have something. I don't want to be dependent on something on the outside other than water for my survival. Water's an essential. The others are not. I'd rather live by the highest essentials than I would by just like the essential nutrients and the essentials of priorities. If you prioritize your life, you get more out of life. If you fill your day with high priority actions, you have an inspired life. If you fill it with the highest priority food and highest priority drink, highest priority thing, you probably maximize your life. Highest priority people, highest priority actions. So that's why nothing else. There's no religious reasons. There's no guilt. No, I'm better or worse because I do it. Just because I love my performance and I love steadiness. So that's it. And so make your own decision. Don't necessarily follow mine, but just make your own decision. Be honest about what you're deciding. And thank you for your question.